Hey, Geminis. I hope you're all doing amazing. This is your reading for January 2023. Happy New Year. And, recently, happy holidays to all of you. Yeah, that's been a very challenging 2022 for a lot of us. I feel like it has been for Gemini too. You guys have Mars retrograde in your first house right now. The Gemini suns, I really suggest you look at your natal chart. There are a lot of websites out there that can provide you some insight into what you're looking at right now, especially with Mars being retrograde in your first house, or whatever house it's actually in. All right, let's pull you guys some cards. Lovers, there you go. You're showing up in your reading. You know what? You're in a power position. Huh. I feel like you guys really are. You guys have worked through a lot of shit in the last couple of years. Especially in the last 5 years, I feel like you guys have really been hit pretty hard, and you've really had to, dig deep and go within, and you've been working with your fears and, just trying to expand yourself. 4 of Cups. I feel like a lot of you have opportunities coming your way, but I feel like you're just not interested right now at this time. This might be relationships for some of you. Like, there might be a few people that are interested in you, and you're not having it, and you're just not really into it right now. 6 of Swords. Yeah, I believe your focus is more on getting yourself to a calmer place in life, because things have felt kind of, choppy and all over the place for you guys for years now, and, especially with relationships, This is talking to me about, wanting to get to calmer shores in relationships, and just any relationship that you have. And maybe a lot of them have been very volatile, or just, very unsteady, or just disappointing. And you're just trying to figure out what that is. So I feel like you guys are really, you're there. You're on your way to this. Like, you're on your way to a calmer place, like a calmer shore where, things feel less intense and choppy and but I feel like there is some baggage that you guys still got to work through, but I mean, we all have baggage we have to work through. So, I mean, that's nothing. Strength. Yeah. I feel like you guys are very strong. You're very strong. You have a ton of energy. I feel like a lot of you try to stay on the positive side of things, but sometimes negativity gets the better of you. But I feel like you're finding strength in places that you might not have expected, and maybe people that you might not have expected, okay? 5 of Cups. You might be looking back at things and, kind of, there might be a little sadness for what's not there anymore, or possibly someone who's not there anymore. But you know what? There's a reason why those people aren't here, and why they leave our lives. And I feel like a lot of that is just understanding the meaning behind that person, and what they taught you, like what you learned about yourself through that person. Knight of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like someone is I do feel like multiple people are interested in you, but possibly one person might be there offering a relationship, like a real one, like love. 6 of Cups. You have that looking back energy. This might be someone from the past that's coming back. I don't like saying that about the 6 of Cups, not at all, but I do feel this energy for you guys, like someone from the past is coming back in. They might be getting called back in because of you looking back. When people come into our minds, like when we think of people, it energizes like the connection between you and that person again. So they may be getting drawn back in by you looking backwards or re-examining a relationship or, you know, something like that. Temperance. This is the card of Sagittarius. I don't feel like there's a Sagittarius in your, like, that. I don't feel like it's Sagittarius that's coming in for you. I feel like it's a water sign. You know, I'm seeing a lot of water here and like cups energy. So it might be like a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer, you know. Cancer sounds about right. I don't know. I feel like a Cancer could be someone that is possibly here, like showing back up for you. You know, maybe that connection could change since you're a different person and they're a different person. But I'm never into that whole taking people back thing. I don't do that. I'm not picking to do with that. Once I'm gone, like I'm gone. I do not come back. Oh man. But like, I do feel that your inner balance and harmony is like, that's something that you're working on. It's something that you've been working on for the last couple of years. And like, I do feel like you're achieving that more so now than you may have before. But Nine of Wands. Yeah, you still feel kind of guarded. You still do have your guard up. Trusting other people can be a difficult thing. And it might be wise to have your guard up around this person that you've called in with, you know, your thoughts of them. Gemini, you're the mind. You're ruled by Mercury. So your thoughts are like, they amplify like everything. Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me if you like drew someone back in just by thinking about them. You know, even if that's something you didn't technically want. Seven of Pentacles. You know what I feel like with this card? I feel like a lot of you have been doing a lot of like internal work. Like you've been doing a lot of shadow work. And I feel like a lot of you aren't seeing the results that you want to see outside of you as quickly as you want. But again, like Mars being retrograde in your first house, if you're a Gemini rising, you know, that can slow down delays. Like that can create delays to, you know, your progress, your growth of yourself, and like maybe even like just how you feel about yourself. You know, and you might be going over that and like what things about yourself you love the most about yourself, you know? Queen of Swords. Yeah. That's Gemini energy right there. Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords is not afraid to cut people out of her life. So I feel like if this person shows back up and they totally aren't like someone that you actually want back in your life, I feel like you could just tell them to get lost, you know? Two of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of you want a relationship. You know, you want the yin to your yang, you know, a lot of you, I feel like, don't feel complete or whole, you know, and I feel like that's something you have been working on probably heavily over the past few years, because you want to have a relationship with a whole person, you know, being a whole person. The relationship that you want to have with someone else is the relationship you would need to have with yourself. So, you know, loving all the parts of you, even the crappy stuff, you know, or working on the crappy stuff that you don't like about yourself. You know, I mean, physical stuff you can work on too, you know, I mean, but someone who truly loves you won't care about that physical stuff. And the first person that needs to love any of these things about you is you. You. Your mental energy it creates your world. It does so for all of us, but I feel like it does so more for all of you. The Moon. Yeah, being aware of your thoughts at this time, I feel like would be beneficial to you. I feel like that's beneficial to most of us, but I do feel like that is something that you all should be aware of. You know, going over your thought processes. You know, are you a person that, you know, leans toward negativity when you explain something? You know, or are you someone that talks at great length about your problems, or, you know, someone that can come up with this elaborate, you know, story of how things are going awful for them? Or are you going to, can you come up with elaborate stories of what's going great for you and how your life is improving and how everything works out for you? You know, it's just being mindful of like which dog you're feeding, you know, the negativity or, you know, the positivity, because your mind is so powerful that you call in things. I bet your manifestation has like tripled in the last couple of years, you know, and it, like, and you might not even have realized it. Judgment. Definitely going to be making a decision or seeing a decision. Like maybe if some of you are in like a legal situation or something like that, you might be seeing a like a balancing out of things and a release of, you know, a release of you from this situation in a positive way. That's what I feel. Five of Swords. Okay. So this Five of Swords, yeah, you might be going back and forth. You might have some mental energy that, you know, it's there for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and you having these feelings or thoughts show up is something that you need to look at and need to face. And once we face something and we understand what it's there for, we can let the feelings subside that are around it, and we can move past it, you know? Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Spirit does have a plan. Spirit definitely has a plan for you guys. And you guys have been through the ringer for a while. So I feel like more trust is needed for you at this time than a lot of other times. Like trust in yourself. Trust that, you know, what you're doing is working for you and that you're making the right decisions. Cow Spirit, miracles are endless. Yeah. Belief in yourself and that things are working out for you no matter what can create endless miracles in your life. Your energy, you know, your mindset really calls in so much of whatever you focus on. And I really do feel like you guys are getting ahead of this and you're understanding it better. How you create things. The Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Yep, you guys have learned a lot over the past few years. And, you know, this lifetime, you guys have learned a lot. You know, however many years you've been on this earth. And I feel like you have that wisdom and you've done the shadow work. You've done the inner work. Yeah, like shadow work is like the big buzzword this year. But like that has created like a certain amount of knowledge that you carry with you. But be aware that, you know, knowledge, sometimes you can mistake knowledge for a subconscious program, you know, and it's differentiating the two. All right. All right, Gemini. This reading looks really good, and I'm actually really excited for you guys. There are a few signs that really, really have it rough right now, but I don't feel like you guys really have it that rough, but you still have stuff you got to work on. You still have things that you're working through, but you should be really proud of yourselves for how far you've gotten. And, You know, if there are any times where you're feeling like, you know, a little like scared or unsure of things, I have a mantra that that someone taught me. I know someone famous came up with it. But it's all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. From this experience, only good will come, and I am safe. I mumble that shit to myself over and over again when there's obstacles and things that feel kind of large or scare me, you know, that are happening, because I know they work out. Everything is supposed to work out, and Spirit does have a plan. You know, you just have to understand and keep that belief with you, because your thoughts are things. They literally are things. You know, what we hold in our minds is projected outside of us. Okay? So I love all you guys. Okay? And I feel like 2023 is going to be an amazing year in certain ways, and it might be challenging in others, but I'm feeling the amazingness coming right through. Okay? So I will see you guys all again really soon, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and, you know, have a really great January. Bye, guys.